Remarkable is perhaps our favourite word, and we spend a lot of time talking around the concept of remarkability, and probably the real clarity that we're actually in the business of relationship, service, having customers at the centre of everything we do, rather than actually being in the hotel business. And that really drives the people we select and everything we do every day. We really enjoy getting the pleasure of getting the customer feedback that talks to that focus and obsession with remarkability. Probably 20 years ago, really, that I met David initially when I was working with the Ridges Hotel Group. And as time passed, it became pretty evident that we saw the world in pretty similar ways, particularly from our views on hospitality and business generally.
The initial purchase of Mount Lofty Estate came about in the world of the four-star corporate market, which was where Malcolm and I had previously worked. And we were in Sydney in a meeting with the head of Accor Hotels, having a lunch meeting with him, talking about another four-star hotel. And he mentioned that Mount Lofty House hadn't worked for Accor, which I suggested it probably wouldn't when they first acquired it. And he said, would we be interested in purchasing the property, and making a very quick decision. Yep, we did want to take on Mount Lofty Estate. It's such a unique gem and there's nowhere like it. And so it was an easy decision. We're 15 minutes from the city, and to come up the hill, arrive at Mount Lofty Estate, it feels like you've only just left the city behind you. We're on 30 acres here, looking out over the Piccadilly Valley, but we're surrounded by national parks and wildlife, so we're immersed in nature. The views from the estate are far-reaching over the Piccadilly Valley and the Onkaparinga Valley beyond that. It's 172 years of history since Arthur Hardy first built the Manor House in 1852. The buildings and the grounds are just charming. And then to touch on the service elements, which is the third fundamental of what makes it so special here, everything we do is about delivering the best service we possibly can. And it starts from the guests and what the guests are wanting, what their feedbacks are. We take a lot of pride in listening to feedbacks and making sure that we have solutions for any things that need to be improved. The culture and the team is amazing. We've got 167 staff in this little hotel of just 44 rooms. So it's quite an extraordinary focus on service and attention to customer care.
Our staff, which is the secret ingredient to the form of hospitality, and our focus on being truly remarkable. We're in the business of service and memories and relationships with customers. And David talked about customer feedback, and we really enjoy reading that week in, week out, and noting that most of our customers are talking about the people in the business, not the buildings. And I think that's something very unique. And we get to measure that by a lot of customers coming back.
We've just recently been advised that we've won the best hotel in Australia and the Pacific for the second year in a row. So that's pretty exciting news for us and the entire team here. It's been a continual journey of improvement, and we finally got to the finished product, and then we decided we needed to develop Sequoia Lodge. So that was another journey there. And so now we've got the number one 5-star hotel in the state and the 6-star lodge. So it's pretty special. As we've grown and as we've had more and more focus on the guest experience, the team's grown, and the culture has to grow with it. And it's such a defining part of the operation is to just get a team that feels like a family. And as we expanded and we've added Sequoia Lodge into the mix now, that's doubled down, and in the 6-star space of Sequoia Lodge, guest satisfaction and experience, being a destinational experience hospitality venue rather than a hotel. That's how we operate, and that's how the market sees us, and it's a wonderful space to be in.